Howdy, y'all. It's Rebecca Rage. I just wanted to have a talk and bring out a couple of things that I'm seeing going on, and I don't know. I mean, I know I don't reach a lot of people. I have a small channel. But those that are meant to be reached will be reached. That's just the way Father works. And I'm seeing so much going on, and there's so much deception. And we know where deception comes from. We know where confusion comes from. None of that comes from our Father. All of that comes from our enemy. That comes from Satan. There's so many people who are believers, who go to church, or who, don't go to church but are still believers, that just don't see what is actually happening right now. They don't understand that this is the mark. And I don't know why they can't see it. And the only answer that I'm getting is that they're not reading scriptures in the spirit. They're reading it in the flesh. They're reading it with their carnal mind and trying to make it make sense and fit into the little world that they want it to fit into. And that's not the way Father works. It's the way that He wants it. And if you're not reading it in the spirit, you're not going to understand it. It's the Spirit that gives us the ability to understand what Father is saying to us. And people that are, literally thinking it's going to be a stamp or a tattoo or whatever that you can see with your eyes on somebody's right hand, that's not it. Go through the scriptures and look up all the times He talks about the right hand. And it has nothing to do with there being a tattoo or a stamp or anything you can see. It has to do with what the right hand stands for. It's, same with the forehead. It's your thoughts. It's who you give your love to, who you give your devotion to. That's what the forehead is. It's also referred to as the frontlets in Scripture. Again, look those up. Read this stuff through the Spirit. Let the Spirit give you understanding and not man. Stop listening to these so-called pastors of these 501c3 churches that serve Satan. They're after money. They're leading people. They're leading the sheep that are supposed to belong to Father into taking this. They're leading them into taking the mark. Scripture talks about the division between the wheat and the tares. And that's what's happening. The tares are taking the mark. The ones that are claiming to be Christians, the ones that are claiming to belong to Father, that are taking the mark are the tares. And the wheat is just standing strong, saying, no, I'm not going to take the mark. I see what it is. Father has shown it. That's what people are saying that are the wheat. And the scriptures say that there will be a great falling away. Well, that's what's happening. Those that have claimed to be Christians for years and years and years, and then they're turning around and they're trusting man, be it their pastor, their doctor, the government, the news, whatever it is, and they're taking the mark. And they're falling away because they no longer belong to Father. Something that changes your DNA, what you were created with. You're no longer Father's. You are irredeemable to Father. You cannot allow Satan to change your DNA, to change you from the creation that Father made you. You belong to Father, not Satan. And if you allow him inside of you to change your DNA, then you've given over to him. You belong to him.